Hello everybody, this is GamerGar and welcome back to another video of Stardew Valley. For the purposes of today's video, we are going to talk about certain items in this game that are totally underestimated. I'm going to showcase each item to you and its worth. Before we continue, if you're a returning user or a new user and you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I'd greatly appreciate if you could subscribe because it helped me out lots. Stardew Valley content is released Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and all manner of Stardew Valley content is on the list to present to yourselves. So the first item we're going to talk about here is the difficulties in getting bait. Now, as you know, bait is very cheap and you can purchase it off Willy. You can also make bait, but you need bug meat. Now, many people, just buy bait off Willy, but sometimes Willy isn't around. And sometimes, you want to fish for the whole day and you want to get that increased bite rate. Or sometimes you just don't want to go to the caves and you don't want to farm bugs for the whole day to make bug meat. Also, if you purchase several hundred bug meat, it can actually cost you a little bit of gold, especially early on, because you can put that gold elsewhere. So the best way to get around this is to craft an item called a worm bin. Now, worm bins unlock at fishing level 8 and it automatically creates 2 to 5 pieces of bait every single morning. As you can see here, I've got a farm now set up with these worm bins, and I have them set up right up here away from everything else. I also have worm bins strategically placed all around the map. So for example, I have them here right outside the farm. I also have them inside the cave because sometimes I like to do a lot of fishing in the mines. Fishing up ghost fish actually is a nice way to get some healing items if you're into the likes of the Skull Cavern. Ghost fish is quite nice and it's very common on floor number 60. So as you can see there now, I'm just after getting a load of bait there just from a few of these machines, and I can go straight down to floor 60 and I can fish up as many ghost fish as I wish. The only thing about the worm bins is that they're very expensive to make. One worm bin is 25 hardwood, 1 gold bar, 1 iron bar and 50 fibre. So it's not something that you can spam at the start of the game. This is something that you're going to get kind of, when you're mid game going into late game, you'll have the resources to make loads of these. But it is an absolutely magnificent item and it's very handy to save you lots of time, especially when it comes to getting the most out of fishing. Now, there's loads of ways you can get all the items needed to make this bin. Hardwood, you can just put hardwood seeds into the ground. Gold and iron bars, they're all over the place if you go into the regular mines or if you go into the Skull Cavern. And fibre, you can just grow fibre out of the ground with fibre seeds. So that is basically the worm bin. Now, the next thing I want to talk about here is trash. And when I say trash, what I really mean is anything you fish up that isn't worth of great value. For example, trash, driftwood, soggy newspaper, broken CDs and broken glasses. These are all items that you can get from anywhere in the game that has, that has a fishing spot. Especially if you go to floor 100 here. So the recycling machine will basically turn all this trash into items that you can use. And the great thing about it is that every single piece of trash is, when you put it into the recycling machine, it can get you back a lot of good stuff. Now, let's just break it down, right? If you put trash into a recycling machine, you can get back stone, coal or iron ore. Iron ore is a 21% chance, but it's really handy getting that, especially early on in the game. Driftwood gets you back wood and coal, and they're resources you're going to need always. Soggy newspaper gets you back torches and cloth. Now, cloth is only a 10% chance, but it's still, if you get cloth early on in the game, it's going to make for a very nice profit. And broken CDs and broken glasses will get you back refined quartz. And refined quartz it's necessary to make sprinklers and to make many other items in the game. I mean, you can also sell all these things well if you don't want them. If you need sap, you can just put torches into the deconstructor. So the best places to get your hands on trash is, level 100 in the regular mines. You'll get plenty of it there. There's also a cave just up from your house there in Ginger Island with a frog inside it. You'll get loads of trash out of the cave there as well. So there are just 2 places in which trash is plentiful. So if you ever get trash in the future, my advice, keep it. Make some recycling machines. You only need level 4 and fishing to make them. So next up we have a machine that can be used to convert all these lovely fossils and bones into lovely items for your farm. So you probably notice here that when you get to Ginger Island, there's a part here just left of Professor Snail's shed, and where there's loads of nodes on the ground. When you blow them open, you get bone fragments, you can get fossilized legs, you can get loads of kind of fossilized items. And all these fossilized items, most of them are used for, you know, for artifacts. For example, you know, Professor Snail wants some, Gunther wants some. But when you're finished with all that, what do you do with them besides sell them? You can actually convert them using a bone mill. Now, a bone mill can be gotten if you do a quest called Fragments of the Past. It's a special order quest, and you get it from the wizard. And once you complete that quest, he will give you the recipe for the bone mill. Now, the bone mill, it's basically 10 bone fragments, 3 clay, and 20 stone, and you can put all manner of items into it. Trilobites, snake vertebrae, snake skulls, skeletal tails, prehistoric ribs. So, for example, the dinosaurs in prehistoric levels in Skull Cavern, all of those parts can go into those bone machines. Anything that kind of says mummified, or if it has fossil in it, or any sort of bone or rib, you can put into these machines. They can give you back 3 fertilizer, speed grow, quality fertilizer, and deluxe speed grow. And these are absolutely amazing items for your farm, especially the deluxe speed grow and the 3 fertilizer. I mean, 3 fertilizer is a game changer. You know, you can grow trees within a few days instead of waiting almost a month, which makes getting wood very easy. So next up, let's talk about the hardships of getting coal. Now, there's tons of methods in this game to farm coal, but I'm going to show you a method that is rarely used, that is rarely shown on YouTube. And this is the art of charcoal kennels. So all I do here is I plant a lot of trees in the quarry, blow them all down, and I'm going to get a ton of wood for this. And the tree fertilizer will help, so I can grow these trees quickly. Any seeds I get from this, I keep. And the thing is, you're going to reach a stage in the game where you won't really have much use for wood anymore, or you might just not be using a whole lot of wood. You can put 10 wood into a charcoal kiln and it'll give you back 1 coal. Now, charcoal kilns, you know, you only need a forge level of 4 to make these, and all they require is 20 wood and 2 copper bars. It's very cheap. And they will process coal very quickly for you. You're not going to be waiting that long to get coal from them. So as you can see here now, I have loads of them set up here at the bottom of the quarry. There's absolutely no fear of them getting destroyed. Nobody comes to the quarry. And just look how quickly they generate the coal back for me. Absolutely amazing. So the thing here is, like, you could set these up beside smelters if you want, and you'll never have to go farm coal again. As long as you have plenty of wood, you can easily convert your wood into coal using charcoal kennels. And I mean, you will have coal for days. So as you can see there now, I've got lovely radioactive ore just raring to go. So the great thing about tree fertilizer is that it allows you to grow trees very quickly. So my advice to you is that if you do get your hands on tree fertilizer, if you learn the skill for it, make it, use the bowmans if you have to. Get your tree farm up as quickly as possible, so you're going to have, you know, wood literally coming out everywhere, and you can just convert it all into coal. And because it converts it so fast, it's not going to, you know, it's not going to waste a lot of your time. So back to the desert we go, and I'm going to convert all my lovely radioactive ore into radioactive bars. And if you haven't watched my video yet on how to farm radioactive bars the best way, make sure you checked it out, because it is a very informative video. So that is basically the wonders of the charcoal kindle. It's an absolutely magnificent item. So the next item we're going to talk about here is the farm computer. Now, the farm computer is something that's given to you when you complete a quest. So you need to complete the biome balance or the aquatic overpopulation special orders from Demetrius. Upon completing those special orders, he will give you the recipe for the farm computer. The farm computer is so handy because it tells you, for example, if your silos need hay. It tells you if your greenhouse is ready to go. You know, it tells you if your farm cave is ready. It saves you so much time. It means you don't have to check your silos. You know, you don't have to go to your greenhouse to see if the crops have grown back. And an honourable mention here, lastly, but certainly not least, is the telephone. You can purchase this off Robin. I think it's for 2,000 gold. And it's going to be probably one of the best 2,000 gold you're ever going to spend on anything. You can basically ring people and they'll let you know if they're open. And just ring Marnie there, for example. She says she's closed. But sure, she's closed most of the time anyway. She's too busy frolicking with Mayor Lewis. But you can check to see how much her animals cost. And it works that way with most of the NPCs that sell stuff. So I just ring Robin here now and she's saying, oh, she's up till 5 because Robin's a hard worker. And what's really handy here is you can look at the costs that you need to make, to make her buildings. So as you can see here now, she tells you the cost for the cabins, the slime hutch, all that stuff. It's so handy. So the telephone it's absolutely worth it. Telephone will also occasionally ring, and it's just kind of random, random dialogue, but it's quite fun. I'm going to leave the video there, and I'll upload the next Stardew Valley video in the next day or two, so stay tuned for that. And as always, I hope you have a great day. Bye for now.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified for my future videos. And as always, have a great day.